And we're back. What's up, everybody? Benja Welldone coming at you live on this beautiful Corona-free day. Today is Wednesday, September the 8th at 8:15 at night. How are you doing? So here's the thing. I got nothing. What do I mean by that? Well, I'll tell you. I don't got anything going on. That's what I got. Got no comedy shows lined up. I'm in a really weird situation right now because my wife, her car is messed up, so she has to take my car, and that pretty much means that I don't have a way of doing anything. I'm not trying to get booked on a comedy show and not have a way to get there. You know what I'm saying? So I'm kind of like in a holding pattern, as though it was an airplane and there's like a busy landing strip or no landing strip for me to land on. So it's just been an awkward moment to sort of take a little bit of self-reflection and just look at myself. And I think it's something important. You know, I think every single day, I definitely twice a day, purposely, I meditate. And I feel like whenever I say that, it always sounds like a very woo-woo kind of a thing. You know, like hocus pocus, you know, just fake nonsense, whatever. But all I mean is, I basically like kind of just open my thoughts. I'm trying not to have this camera, it keeps on slipping and stuff. 1 second, maybe I can fix it. A little better? A little better? That's a little better. Anyway. So think of it like this. Almost always when you're driving your car, if you have a car, bicycle, skateboard, whatever, you're listening to something, right? You know, you got some sort of a music, you got something going in the background, you're cooking, you put the news on, whatever the hell, it doesn't matter, you know? But how often do you just sit in silence? How often do you listen to nothing and just open your thoughts? It's a really big thing to do, because I feel like there's answers in your subconscious that get answered in that place, which is why I love more than any other part of the day, the first thing in the morning. I mean that 4 a.m. early morning when it's like the whole world is resting and it's just you and your thoughts, and you just open up your thoughts and whatever comes, and it's the best. It's awesome. I love it, seriously. I am such a big advocate of meditation and just being able to, again, I keep repeating myself, open your thoughts, you know, it just expand your creativity and your imagination. It really is like one of the biggest, if not the biggest, building block of kind of like the center of my core when it comes to like my imagination and my ideas and where I get stuff from. Because when I'm doing comedy, when I'm doing jiu-jitsu, I always get really deep in a thought, and I like to start from that area. Because if I were to tell you an example of something, let's just make it something small. No. You see that? They're trying to punk me. They're trying to cut me off. I had to let them know. Anyway, back to what I was saying. If I were to tell you something small, something you could relate to or maybe not relate to, but I just tell you from the surface of it, all right, you will understand perfectly exactly whatever explanation I'm telling you. For example, if I were to tell you what a stop sign looks like, its shape and its color and stuff like that, you're going to be able to follow along easily with what I'm saying. But if I get deep into the conversation, okay, if I were to just stare at a stop sign, and I'm trying to lead up to a point here, if I were to just stare at a stop sign and I were to start a conversation to be like, I feel like I'm staring at an ocean of red and nothing is moving. I start to look, and I'm looking around, and there's a light and I can barely see it, but it's sort of, you know, reflecting off some sort of an object. And it's in the shape of some sort of a sign, and then I can see these letters STOP. Just for me starting a premise of I'm surrounded in a sea of red. It's already captivating. It already catches your attention. It holds and it gets your attention. You know what I mean? So that's just like a random example, but I love being able to empty my thoughts and meditate. And in a weird way, I'm not really like a positive guy by any means. I'm also not pessimistic, but I really do believe in making your own and building your own reality. But this has been an interesting period because my wife, she did a lot of damage to her car, and it's basically been about 4.5 months, and then she got it fixed, and then there's some other things, some small things she had to get fixed, so it's been like 2 more weeks going on this week or whatever that I'm not having a car again. But this whole process has been kind of enlightening and really helpful because I've been able to meditate a lot, and I feel like in some aspect it's been holding me back to do certain things now more than ever, because I did have a second car that I used, but that one's unavailable now. But anyway, and through this period I also feel like I've accomplished things that I always try to accomplish, which is growing. I think anytime you don't have something to work on, you can always work. And this isn't self-help, I'm just being honest. I feel like anytime there is nothing going on, that is the perfect time that you have to discover, rediscover, and imagine. And just to dive deep down in your thoughts when there is nothing going on. Turn the lights off. And just let your whole thoughts just turn into static and just see what's there. Solve problems. Work out complicated equations. Okay? Find solutions. Because in those deep, deep thoughts, and this is my belief and it's my reality for me at least, that's like the building block landing zone of where all this great stuff comes from. It comes from deep, deep in your imagination. And how you get there is by shutting the hell up, being quiet, and just letting everything unwind, letting everything untangle, and just next time you're in your car, on your bicycle, skateboard, doesn't matter, whatever it is, okay? Turn off the television, turn off the music, turn off the radio, turn everything off. And hopefully you can even, there's something called a float tank, where essentially it's like sensory deprivation, where you don't hear any sounds or anything, and you're in the dark too. If possible, okay, do it in the dark. I'm not saying being weird and going like a hall closet or something like that, but seriously, just try it out once. If you've got nothing going on that you're actively working on, or even if you do, try to make an active point at least once, maybe twice a day, to just relax, do nothing, in darkness with no sound. It sounds crazy, but I guarantee you, if you start thinking about things actively from that building block, from that point of view, you're going to be able to problem solve 100,000 times faster, 100%. So anyway, with that being mentioned, I got nothing going on, but I'm still always being active. If not externally, then internally. And that's what I'm doing now. So it's about 8 o'clock at night. My wife, she works late. And I just got the car back so that I could get some groceries. You know, it was my first opportunity. Like I said, I just got my car back. So maybe, just maybe I said something interesting, and maybe, just maybe, you'll take something from it. So with that being mentioned, I'm Benja Welldone. Check me out. Peace.